2020 was like, you thought.
Head high, chest up, and catch that brain, cause beauty is my name.
What up, beauty gang? Halfrican Beaute here, and today I'm bringing you guys yet another video. As you can tell by today's title, I am going to be sharing with you guys some of the things that you can be doing during this quarantine time to avoid boredom, things that I personally have been doing to try not to sink into that boredom hole. You know, we just want to stay very positive and upbeat and just try to make the best out of everything. Although I know it's a huge damper and it's a lot of kind of like sadness and stuff going on, as a lot of you guys know, I love to bring you guys very positive, upbeat content, so that's not going to change just because of the trials and tribulations we're going through right now. So with that being said, before I hop into this video, if you're new to Beauty Gang and you ain't never heard of us, sis, we don't know where you've been at, but we are so glad that you found us. This Beauty Gang is hella stupid lit over here. If you don't believe me, go ahead and check the comment section below. You'll see multiple Beauty Gang members vouching for the fact that we're hella stupid lit. So after you've done that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell button so you're notified each time I post a new video. Without further ado, let's hop into these tips, sis. So first thing I got for y'all that'll completely turn that quarantine frown upside down or right side up or whatever you want to call it into a smile. Go ahead and binge watch Halfrican Beaute and or Josh and Isi, because we got videos for days on both channels, guaranteed to make you laugh, guaranteed to be helpful, guaranteed to just take your mind off of things. We're just fully loaded, okay? So just want to point that out in case you didn't know. Go ahead and binge watch those channels. You will not regret it. Next tip, because I am well aware that just binge watching this whole quarantine isn't the healthiest. You should definitely be active in some way, shape, or form. I highly suggest doing at-home workouts. I was definitely on a fitness journey before all this madness erupted, and I was starting to see a difference in my body too. You guys even noticed it in like one of my recent trial hauls. People were like, "Girl, you working out? Girl, what are you doing? Isi, you have lost weight." Like, y'all, the results were coming. I don't want to lose it or myself during this quarantine since we're not really able to go anywhere. So I am about to start at-home workouts. I will link a few of my favorite at-home workouts in the description box below, but just in case you didn't know, there are plenty of at-home workouts on both YouTube and Instagram, and a lot of the workouts that I actually like to do are pretty quick and efficient because I'm not someone who likes working out for hours, especially not at home. Like, the motivation just ain't there. So just getting into a routine will help you maintain your body, if not make it better during this quarantine time. Speaking of being active and whatnot, ever since this quarantine hit, your girl finally made a TikTok and I am obsessed with it. For the longest, I was trying not to hop on the train. I was like, why are people so obsessed with it? Like, I'm good off of that. I have plenty of other social medias. Y'all, TikTok is that thing. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Me and my mama been acting up on TikTok, even going on Instagram Live a couple of times with both her and Josh, showing us trying to create TikToks. Like, it is fun. It is addicting. I posted my first TikTok of me doing like the Savage Challenge, which took a long time to learn, by the way. So if you see it, be sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure you follow me on there. But y'all, after like the 50th take of the Savage Challenge, I was literally sweating bullets. My back was drenched. Thank God I didn't wear foundation that day because my face was sweaty. I was really putting in work. TikTok can be one of them things that is like an exercise and you don't realize it. If you're kind of anti the previous tip of like doing an actual workout, doing TikTok dance challenges every day or every other day, you are getting that cardio in that you need, trust and believe. So I highly suggest you getting into TikTok if you haven't already. Make an account, even if it's just for yourself, just to do with your friends or family or whoever during this time. You don't even have to post it, but just something that'll get your mind off of things, and it is a time waster. Another tip I would suggest to you guys is to start making mood boards, whether it be on Pinterest or Instagram. Before this quarantine even hit, your girl is the queen of mood boards. I have so many mood board folders. Just creating mood boards will be a great way for you to like express your creativity, a great way for you to kind of like get ahead of the game. Because like an example, you're like into fashion and stuff like me, you can start your outfit inspo mood boards on both Instagram and or Pinterest, and then during this time as you're creating your mood board, you can start online shopping, or you can start putting things together that you might already have in your wardrobe, and that can take hours, trust and believe. I am someone who loves putting my outfits together prior to posting them, and sometimes my outfits are inspired by my inspo folder, so I hope that makes sense. You can definitely get lost in the sauce of creating mood boards / inspo folders, and it's super fun. It gets your mind off things. Another inspo folder, if you're not really into fashion, could obviously be natural hairstyles. Pinterest, you can easily type in natural hairstyles and there's so many that come up. Literally, the creativity and options for inspo are endless, so definitely hop on that. Now, another thing that you can do that I think would be super dope, and I might even do it, I'm giving you guys advice on something I haven't even done yet, but my mom is kind of doing something similar, and it kind of made me think of the idea of you basically writing a letter and or journaling to your future self. So like this time next year, we're not going to be in the same predicament. The quarantine will be over. Kind of writing a letter to yourself of how you feel right now in this moment, what's going on in your life, and then looking back on it this time next year would be so cool and so dope and so like refreshing to realize like, dang, we came a long way, because 2020 is acting unusual. I was just talking to Josh about it this morning. Like 2020 is kind of complete opposite, I feel like, of what everybody in the world thought it was gonna go. I feel like everybody was like 2020 vision, see clearly, blah, blah, blah. 2020 was like, you thought you just journaling what's going on with you right now, what's happening in life, and then looking back on it, whether it be for yourself or even giving it to your future kids, because we are living in history right now, y'all. I don't know if y'all realize that. This is literally history, a pandemic. We're gonna be talking to our kids and our grandkids about this. So although it might seem very minute and kind of like right now, because we're living in the present, literally think of future wise how good of a feeling that will be to be able to look back on a time where things weren't so great but you overcame it, you know, like just an idea. Plus too, for me personally, based off the past, and I know for a lot of other people, just writing stuff down in general, how you're feeling, if you're not really someone who's good with expressing it verbally, writing down your feelings, how you feel, do help with hard times and situations. You definitely want to make sure you are constantly taking care of your mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual being during this time, and I definitely feel like that'll help with both your mental and emotional if you're someone who's not great at expressing that. Another thing you can do is make a quarantine playlist, putting together songs you like to vibe out to, whether it be just some chill music, whether it be some like lit music, whether it be some Beyonce music, just putting together a playlist that makes you happy. I don't know about you guys, but music literally makes me happy. Whenever I'm in a bad mood, a good mood, whatever mood, I am listening to music and it just does something to my spirit. So I definitely think I'm actually gonna hop on that too, of making a playlist. Isn't there a way, by the way, of people making a playlist and being able to share it with people? Comment below if you know what I'm talking about, because I could have sworn I saw somewhere someone makes a playlist, you give people a link and they can listen to the playlist you made. Or also, if you already have a playlist or you're gonna make a playlist, comment it below in the comment section so us Beauty Gang members can vibe out together, okay? Another thing you can do that me and Josh have been doing a lot lately is actually taking a walk. I don't know how many of you guys know this. I feel like not a lot of people know this, because whenever people run into me, they're like, "You're from Chicago? I didn't know that." I am from Chicago. I live in Illinois, and the governor of Illinois basically said everybody needs to stay at home. Like, quarantine is happening as we speak and will at least remain until April 7th, if not longer. And what I wasn't aware of when he first said it, I was like, dang, we gotta stay in the house the whole time. The limitations of what you can do aren't as strict as I thought. Me and Josh actually have been going on walks lately for like an hour or so, don't even realize, and we just talk. And it's so refreshing, it's so nice, and it's important to still get outside. I know they say be quarantined, hashtag stay home, stuff like that, but you don't literally have to stay home the whole time. Getting that vitamin D, getting that sun is super important, and also helps with avoiding sinking into depression. So I highly suggest going for a walk with a loved one. Don't set no time limit on it, because really, boo, where you gotta go? Just enjoy the nice weather, but still keep in mind to avoid people. Like me and him were walking from my house to a bike trail or whatever, but then when we got to the bike trail, there was hella people on it. So other people had the same mentality as us too, which is cool. Everybody wants to get out and just still kind of feel a little bit normal, but we literally saw it and then walked the other direction because it was way too many people on that trail. So we literally just walked around the neighborhood. But just taking a walk is what I'm getting at. Taking a walk with a loved one, having a talk, catching up. And if you're someone who isn't like great with conversation or don't know how to start a conversation, literally starting with a how are you. I love enforcing this because my mom instilled this in me at a very young age, and it's just carried over into my adult life and my friendships. And I feel like that's why I have such strong, genuine friendships and relationships, because the communication skills my mom instilled in me allowed me to have more than just surface level friendships. So with that being said, when you are having your walk and talk with whoever you're walking with and talking with, a great conversation starter is asking them how they're doing, but not just how they are. Ask, how are you doing mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, and literally have them go through each category of how they're feeling, and then vice versa. And before you know it, you have a good conversation that might lead into something else. You get to know the person a little bit more, they might get to know you a little bit more, because something I kind of laughed about when all this started happening, I was like, families are really going to get to know each other now if they don't already, because there's so many people that live under the same roof but don't know each other, you know, like don't know each other's core. So this is the time to really get close with your family and your loved ones, get to know them other than just over related. So I got love for you. Another thing you can do is clean out your closet. I know there's a lot of you guys that have items in there you haven't worn in a year, that you've had since high school, that you just have to have in your space. Clean it out, get rid of it. This is literally like the epitome of a time to spring clean, get it all out. So when it's time for us to live our best lives, go back outside again, yada yada yada, you have a more fresh start. And two, if you think about it, when the time comes where we are able to go out and live live our normal lives again, those clothes that you cleaned out, you can easily take to like Goodwill or some type of charity and donate it, because there are a lot of people that are going to be going through some really hard times when this is all over. I air quote, because just because the pandemic might be over doesn't mean the struggles that the pandemic caused will be over for people. So that's definitely something me and my mom discussed that we want to do in terms of just getting rid of our clothes and donating it so that it can go to people who need it more than us. And also, speaking of clothes, this is the perfect time too, by the way, if you're someone who's always talking about, I want to change my wardrobe, I want to change my style, I'm literally giving you guys tips that will literally help you change and evolve who you are during this time period. It's the perfect time. I said do the mood board, outfit inspos, clean out your closet, things you ain't really wearing anymore. And then if you want, go ahead and online shop, sis. Things that you've been holding back on for a while, styles that you wanted to try. And if you didn't know, I do have hella try on hauls on my channel with direct links in the description box for the items that I try on. So if you are looking to buy some new things, go ahead and look at some of my try on hauls, and you know, you might be inspired from those. You never know. Another tip that you can obviously do that I feel like everyone is probably doing, and these companies are making hella money right now, you can go ahead and binge watch TV shows and movies on Netflix and or Hulu. Quarantine and chill, I think a lot of people are calling it. I can't think of a more perfect time to binge watch like a TV show, because usually when you're in work mode, you gotta go to work every day or school every day. Who really has the time to really invest into a show? You know, like now you can watch it all the way through. You might wake up at 11 a.m. then be binge watching the show until 11 p.m. and not even realize it. I know that kind of sounds like a really lazy day, but it's a great way to avoid boredom. If y'all want a more in-depth video on like movies and TV shows that I personally binge watch or that I'm watching right now during this quarantine time, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hashtag binge watch list or something like that, and I will bring you guys an in-depth video of like my favorite shows and movies that you can go ahead and binge watch during this time. I know how it can be sometimes trying to find the right show and movie, like that can be a struggle sometimes, whereas your girl has already had a little trial and tribulation with the shows and movies and stuff on Netflix and Hulu, so I can hook y'all up. Just again, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hashtag below binge watch list. And then the last step I have for you guys is to get productive. For me, production is continuing to bring you guys consistent content. By the way, if you haven't noticed, my upload schedule is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and me and Josh are about to start posting on our channel every other day. Another shameless plug. Also, during this time, I've been trying to work on different business plans and just things that I've been wanting to do, but I just haven't had the time to really invest in coming up with a strategy of how to accomplish it. This is that time where I feel like there's so many people that have that thing they've always wanted to do for the longest, but there's no time. Now we have all the time in the world, to be honest. So this is the time for you to do that thing you've always wanted to do, whether it be starting your YouTube channel, starting a TikTok, starting your cosmetic line, whatever that might be. Invest and immerse yourself into that. This is the time to do that. You're only this young once, so definitely take advantage, because right now is the time period where you can literally change your life. This time next year, your life could be completely changed if you decide to just immerse yourself in what you always wanted to do. So that's just a little sprinkle of motivation for you guys. Really hope that this video is helpful and that you guys enjoyed it. And by the way, if any of you Beauty Gang members have anything else that you're doing during this quarantine time to help you stay active and productive and just avoid boredom, please don't hesitate to comment that below so that we can all help each other out. And yeah, that is all I have for you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you are new. Beauty Gang is clearly lit. And until next time, guys, bye.
Move your body cause you're loving the way that you walk. Move your body if you're loving the way that you talk. One time if you're confident. Clap 2 times cause you're on it. Never gave a damn about what they say, cause you handle all your business on a day by day. Head high, chest up, and catch that frame, cause beauty is your name.